It's the second game after the crossover. Peterson tries to bounce back against Amber Holland, who is skipping the Saskatchewan team. Quebec against Ontario. Our feature game is on sheet C, and on D it's Anderson trying to win a ninth against Chelsea Carey, skipping Team Fleury. Brian Mudryk is here this evening. Good to see you, Brian, and tell us more about the change for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, Vic, I talked with Nancy Martin, the Saskatchewan third, right before the game, and Sherry Anderson, something just came up. It is hip and leg related, so she's sitting this game out. She's hoping to actually come back into the lineup tomorrow. And you have to actually give Nancy a lot of credit for this team even coming together, because she always wanted to play with Sherry Anderson, who wouldn't, two-time Canadian senior champ, world champion. So she called her and said, hey, I want to play with you, and the rest is history. Then coming to the Scotties, well, we have to have an alternate player. So what's up next? Nancy calls Amber Holland. Amber, and only in a way Amber could tell the story, she was having dinner, had a couple rum and cokes in her, and said, okay, I'll think about it, and then said, yeah, all right, I'm going to join this team. And a big reason why they brought Amber, she can play each and every position. She's comfortable, and obviously won that championship the last time Saskatchewan won back in 2011. And Vic, absolutely no rust in the draws to the button. Amber Holland, right on the hearts.
Well, you know, the injury consideration was something that Curling Canada did wonder about. Many of these teams not playing, and that's why today, with the field narrowed down to 8 and games back-to-back, they extended the time between each game by an hour. That's why we are on at 2:30 Eastern Time, and then again at 8:30 Eastern Time. But back problems have plagued Sherry Anderson now for a while. But it's nice to see Amber Holland out and playing again.
Could lead to some frustration, too.
Well, I see Anderson, of course, with Amber Holland skipping right on the lid. Final stone, Beth Peterson.
Well, it is that stone on the lid, guarding both times. Beth just throwing it away. Her fear, of course, is if she touches the red one, it is only one yellow right now, and any movement might have meant 2. So it is a steal.
No, because then I usually
All right.
halfway down. And
I had a good one on you first. Or second or whatever. It's enough that we had to pound it. Yeah, it was
Anderson and her team winning their pool. They were in Pool B, and they were seeded number 1 coming out.
Pretty close to what you just gave us. Maybe a couple feet more, but...
Good shot, though.
Always has to get the last word, doesn't he, Kathy? Just has to get it in. Let's go over and check in on the wild card, Beth Peterson, as she plays Amber Holland, skipping for Sherry Anderson tonight.
Well, Beth is lying 1. Amber Holland double jammed on her first to leave Beth lying 2, and she capped it off on her first. On her final stone, Amber raised one of her own to cut out one of the Peterson stones, but currently lies 1 on the 4-foot, trying to raise another one of her stones into the 4-foot for 2.
And that will do. Very nice.
Yep. Lots of room. Lots of room.
That's a nice smile. She was very, very disappointed in her performance earlier today against Manitoba. Really had Jones on the ropes and let her off.
That's happened before.
Yes.
Jennifer seems to have that
Ability?
kryptonite.
Yeah. All right, in a 2-2 tie.
Yeah, I don't.
Again, Anderson, Sherry on the bench because of some back problems. Means Amber Holland is skipping the team, the 2011 Canadian champion, and facing 3, Kathy?
She is. She made a wonderful shot on her first one. Beth was lying 2 buried in the 4-foot, and she played backline weight just to move them both off the 4-foot. And then Beth came around, was a little bit deep. That's that wall at the back, and so she needs to be full 4 in front of it for the single.
From the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, with Nancy Martin calling line. Jaylyn Kitts, Rianne Knapp, and the draw of a champion for the back 4.
Straight to it. Hard. Keep it up.
Back to Peterson and Anderson with Amber Holland skipping.
A chance for 2 for Beth. On Amber's final stone, she wrecked on a guard out front. And so a bite of the button is, or rather the forefoot is what Beth needs to score 2.
Lots of room.
No.
Whoa.
Catch rock.
We need to roll.
Catch rock.
Okay, line's good. Line's good. Make it good.
Again, one of those teams at 4
See for T.
losses,
Well, take a look
trying to
at it.
keep themselves alive here. Saskatchewan comes in at, as you can see, 6-3,
Good throw, Beth.
and very nice.
That is a nice draw, Vic. She had to go out in the weeds to make that one.
Really nice.
Okay, weight's nice. Yep.
Little down.
That felt dramatic.
Peterson and Anderson. As we drop in, it looks like Peterson is sitting the one corner frozen.
That is the final stone thrown by Beth after she flashed on her first. Amber trying to get across the face of it, tap it back. Potential is for 3 if she hits it right, but 2 if she can just pick it out.
And she'll get rid of the stone behind. That's for 2, but
Nice one.
saying thumb up was weight was up. Picks up 2 and a
I
smile.
know exactly what Nancy wanted to play, but I wasn't playing it.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3. That's Saskatchewan, and that's facing the skip from the Assiniboine Memorial in Winnipeg, Beth Peterson.
Well, Beth is throwing the exact same draw in the exact same spot as the first one. Amber Holland was lying 2. She tried to freeze it and got it on the corner, but Amber able to remove it and stick around on her final. That's why she lies 3. Needs full 8.
Make it good. 15, so you gotta go. Hard! Dig, Cat, dig.
Go, Cat, hard!
Dig.
Oh, no, not quite. Steal a 1.
One for sure.
Really nonchalant in the brushing there, just kind of clinging it till the far hog line.
One yellow.
Here we go. Have you got 2? You got 1 for sure. Oh, and kick it sideways, and the shooter will go out the back. And we see the Peterson now. Chance for what? 4?
It is a chance for 4. This whole end turned around on Nancy Martin's final stone. She threw a heater and picked out her own, leaving Peterson line 3. And they have not been able to recover since that time. Amber hit and rolled too far on her final stone. So full 12 is all that's needed for 4.
Yeah, a little different than the chance she had earlier today. Chance for a 5 against Jennifer Jones, but she had to come through a hole there. And this one is a wide open draw. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Unfortunate break from Caitlin to turn this thing upside down.
Halfway.
Now Jennifer's going to be
Max line right
probably
now.
has to go out wide and draw the button.
All right, back to Peterson against Team Anderson of the Saskatchewan with Amber Holland throwing the skip stones due to Anderson's back problem.
Well, for Beth Peterson, she hit and stuck on her final stone, was trying to roll it, but did inadvertently set up the double. A chance for 2.
Bang. And oh dear. And across the top, and it's a steal of 1 more.
Sorry, Nancy. Just a hair over the top on that one, I think.
Yeah, I think we'll maybe just open up that turn a bit for you.
Well, I don't, because usually that's the one I'm bad.
Really?
Peterson and Anderson with Amber Holland skipping the team tonight. And this is a chance for 3 and a tie.
It is. Opportunity came up when Jenna Loda flashed. There were 2 stones hidden almost completely behind a corner guard. She missed everything, and that started the opportunity to draw for 3. Beth did tick 1 out on her final stone. Needs a bite of the 8-foot for 3 in the tie.
The 2011 Canadian and world silver medalist will draw for the 3.
3 yellow.
So Holland off the bench and completes the comeback here to force an extra. We're tied at 9. And the applause from Sherry Anderson now watching from the coach's box. The other game that has gone to an extra is Beth Peterson, wildcard team from Winnipeg against Sherry Anderson tonight with Amber Holland skipping in a 9-9 tie after Holland scored 3 in 10. And now the final stone coming up for Amber Holland.
Well, with the guard out front and the 2 in the house. Saskatchewan had one opportunity to go around and corner freeze, and they were heavy on that, and then Beth started peeling the guard. So this is now the corner freeze on the shot stone.
Nancy Martin calling line. Shailene Kitts, Brienne Knapp trying to hold this up now. They need to be the shot rock. Move it, and they cannot.
Thanks for the game, guys.
And
We
away
didn't finish.
Sure.
they will go as they will pick up
Yes,
Sure,
correct.
one.
the single point,
Good game.
Good game,
and
guys.
Peterson will pick up the win in the extra.
Ah, shoot.
6-4. They are now 6-4,
Alrighty.
as well as Saskatchewan.
What?
Rachel Holman. This is, or pardon me, Emma Miscue as we get back to the game with Quebec and Ontario.